When we talk about the economy, one word keeps coming up more and more: inequality. But what does it really mean? And why should we care? Enter Thomas Piketty, a French economist whose groundbreaking research has reshaped how the world understands wealth and income inequality. Piketty's work isn't just academic theory. It's a mirror reflecting the growing divide between the richest and the rest. His insights challenge the idea that capitalism naturally leads to fair outcomes. Instead, he shows us a system where wealth tends to concentrate, often at the expense of social cohesion and democracy. In this video, we'll explore Piketty's key ideas, the data behind his claims, and what his work means for our future. Thomas Piketty wasn't always a household name. Born in 1971, he emerged from the halls of elite French institutions with a passion for understanding economic history and inequality. His early work focused on wealth distribution, but it was his 2013 book, Capital in the 21st Century, that catapulted him to global prominence. The book combined decades of data from dozens of countries, revealing patterns of wealth concentration that many had overlooked. Piketty argued that when the rate of return on capital outpaces economic growth, inequality inevitably rises, a concept that shook economists and policymakers alike. At the heart of Piketty's thesis is a simple but powerful formula: R = G. Here, R represents the rate of return on capital, things like investments, real estate, and stocks, while G is the rate of economic growth. When R exceeds G, wealth accumulates faster than the economy grows, meaning the rich get richer simply by owning capital. This dynamic leads to increasing inequality, as inherited wealth and capital gains outpace wages and income from labor. Piketty's data showed that this pattern has been true for centuries, except during periods of major disruption like world wars or economic crises. Piketty's research dives deep into history, showing how inequality has fluctuated over time. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, wealth was highly concentrated among aristocrats and industrialists, but the shocks of the world wars and the Great Depression temporarily reduced inequality. Since the 1980s, however, inequality has surged again, especially in countries like the United States and the United Kingdom. Piketty's work explains this resurgence as a return to the natural tendency of capital to concentrate wealth, exacerbated by policy choices like tax cuts for the wealthy and deregulation. One of Piketty's most striking findings is the growing importance of inheritance in wealth accumulation. Unlike income earned from work, inherited wealth can grow unchecked, passing from generation to generation and entrenching social divides. This challenges the meritocratic ideal that anyone can succeed through hard work alone. Instead, Piketty argues, inherited capital plays a dominant role in shaping economic outcomes, making inequality more persistent and harder to address. Piketty doesn't just diagnose the problem, he offers solutions. His most famous proposal is a global progressive wealth tax, a small annual tax on the net wealth of the richest individuals. While controversial and difficult to implement, this idea aims to slow the concentration of wealth and fund public goods like education and infrastructure. Piketty also advocates for greater transparency in financial systems and stronger social safety nets. His proposals have sparked intense debate among economists, politicians, and the public, highlighting the challenges of addressing inequality in a globalized world. No influential theory goes unchallenged, and Piketty's work has faced its share of criticism. Some economists argue that his data is incomplete, or that his predictions overstate the persistence of inequality. Others question the feasibility of a global wealth tax or suggest that economic growth and innovation can offset inequality. Yet even critics acknowledge that Piketty has shifted the conversation and brought renewed attention to the issue. In an era marked by rising inequality, political polarization, and economic uncertainty, Thomas Piketty's research offers crucial insights. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about how wealth is distributed and challenges us to rethink economic policies. Understanding Piketty's work helps us see beyond headlines and sound bites to the structural forces shaping our world. Whether you agree with his proposals or not, his scholarship is a vital part of the conversation about the future of capitalism and democracy. If this video gave you a new perspective on inequality and economics, hit subscribe. History and data have the answers, and I'll show you where to look.